If civilization is to survive, we must cultivate the science of human relationships, the ability of all peoples, of all kinds, to live together, in the same world at peace. To reach a port, we must sail, sail, not tie at anchor, sail, not drift. Human kindness has never weakened the stamina or softened the fiber of a free people. A nation does not have to be cruel to be tough. Confidence thrives on honesty, on honor, on the sacredness of obligations, on faithful protection, and on unselfish performance. Without them it cannot. There are many ways of going forward, but only one way of standing still. It is common sense to take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. But above all, try something. True individual freedom cannot exist without economic security and independence. People who are hungry and out of a job are the stuff of which dictatorship. We have always held to the hope, the belief, the conviction that there is a better life, a better world, beyond the horizon. I think we consider too much the good luck of the early bird, and not enough the bad luck of the early worm. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. I'm not the smartest fellow in the world, but I can sure pick smart colleagues. Men are not prisoners of fate, but only prisoners of their own minds. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. Democracy cannot succeed unless those who express their choice are prepared to choose wisely. The real safeguard of democracy, therefore, is education. In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. The virtues are lost in self-interest, as rivers are lost in the sea. I pledge myself, to a New Deal for the American people. If I went to work in a factory, the first thing I'd do is join a union. One thing is sure. We have to do something. We have to do the best we know how at the moment. If it doesn't turn out right, we can modify it as we go along. Are you laboring under the impression that I read these memoranda of yours? I can't even lift them. I do not look upon these United States as a finished product. We are still in the making. Competition has been shown to be useful up to a certain point and no further, but cooperation, which is the thing we must strive for today, begins where competition leaves off. If you treat people right, they will treat you right. 90% of them. In our seeking for economic and political progress, we all go up, or else we all go down. It is the duty of the President to propose, and it is the privilege of the Congress to dispose. It is an unfortunate human failing, that a full pocketbook often groans more loudly than an empty stomach. It isn't sufficient just to want. You've got to ask yourself what you are going to do to get the things you want. Take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly, and try another. But by all means, try something. Nobody will ever deprive the American people of the right to vote, except the American people themselves, and the only way they could do this is by not voting. We are trying to construct a more inclusive society. We are going to make a country in which no one is left out. There is a mysterious cycle in human events. To some generations much is given. Of other generations much is expected. This generation of Americans has a rendezvous with destiny. The United States Constitution has proved itself the most marvelously elastic compilation of rules of government ever written.